What up, my people? How y'all doing? There is something I saw that I must share with you. If I don't share it, my mind no go rest. You get it? And when I discovered that thing in Nigeria, I was just telling myself, I have to share this video, I have to share this experience. You understand? But then, since other things kept coming up in my mind, I kept saying, no, let me do other things. But then when I got back home and I started watching on the internet, I started seeing more and more of the same thing happening again. I say, it's better I share this thing as fast as possible when it's still hot. You get it? Yes. And what am I talking about? You see, I discovered this particular aspect of Nigeria, that white people in Nigeria behave differently the way they do in my country, for example, my country, Cameroon. And I also observed that when white people go to South Africa, when white people go to Ghana, when white people are in other African countries, their behavior is totally different from the way they behave for Nigeria. If you are a Nigerian and you have observed this and you have noticed this, please let us be together on this one. Let me know on the comment section. You understand? Because this is a very interesting topic and Africans must be willing to have this conversation and accept it and look at it. What is it in Nigeria that is making these white people to behave differently the way they behave there? What is it? So I even went to a place in Nigeria to watch a game. It was this American football. It was a lot of white people there playing the game. You know, some of them were even schooling in Nigeria. My brother, white people, they school for Nigeria. This is another video on its own. I have to do it. White people going to school in Nigeria. So it's not only Nigerians that are going abroad to go and study, relocating elsewhere to go and study. There are white people, a lot of them who are they come and school in Nigeria. They live in Nigeria. They go to school in Nigeria. So there's a whole lot to discover in this topic. But today I want to focus mainly on their behavior and the way they carry themselves, the way they handle themselves. You understand? And we have to compare it with some other African countries to make it make sense so that everybody can understand what is actually going on. See, the purpose and the objective of this video is not to laugh at South Africa, laugh at Cameroon, laugh at Ghanaians or other Africans. The purpose of this video is to expose the reality in different African countries and see how this translates into our daily lives and see how this influences our psychology, our mindset. Because if you are a young child growing up in Cameroon or Ghana or South Africa, and you so happen to see white people visit your country, the way your people behave with the white people, we have a role to play in your psychology. Eventually, when you visit Europe or America, or when you have to work in a company where white people are also working there, the way you will handle yourself, the way you will look at them, it will matter. That's why you see, a lot of times you see Nigerians, they behave with white people as if white people, they are lower. You get it? Most of the times when Nigerians are working in the company or they are interacting with white people, they are behaving as if they are equal, or them, the Nigeria, they are better than the white people. And that mindset, that mentality is helping them a lot. That's why you see everywhere Nigerians go, they are the ones leading the companies, leading the businesses. It is totally normal for a Nigerian to expect that if I'm working with a white guy, and I'm supposed to be better, and I'm supposed to be the first, and I'm supposed to do better work, and I'm supposed to be a leader. Just because of that mindset and that mentality, based on what the Nigeria grow up seeing in their country when white people come. You get it? So it put them at that level and it already give him an upper hand. See, the person that has the better mindset already has an upper hand over you. The person has the dominant mindset, the mindset of, I am a better person. I can do better than you. I'm more intelligent than you. I'm a better leader than you. Just that mentality alone puts them ahead of you. That's why we must address this. So my vision is to unite Africa. And why I'm using Nigeria as good examples to educate my other African brothers, to show Africans that, you see, if we can do it the way Nigerians are doing it, we will definitely win. Because whether you like it or not, we are still struggling in Africa to get to the level of the global standard. We are still struggling to be on the same level with America, with the Europeans, with the Chinese, with the Asians. An average poor person from India A poor guy from China, a poor guy from Asia will come to Africa and be gallivanting himself, jerking his body up, thinking that he's better than us. Just because of the mindset, the economic difference, and that mindset is affecting us. So we must fight against that mindset. And we must look at Nigeria as a key example of a country that has set a standard with that mentality, with that mindset. You understand? And we see how it's affecting them. I hope you people get my points before you start saying, oh, Ajim, Ajim, Ajim. So now, let us go back to the topic. How do white people behave in Nigeria? How do white people behave in Ghana? How do white people behave in Cameroon? How do white people handle themselves when they are in South Africa or other African countries? The first thing you will notice is, even some of our movies, we love this ideology that they are the ones that are educating us. They know better than us. That's how they come around. They come around with the impression that they are the ones that can teach us. They can teach us morality. They can teach us how to behave. They know they are better human beings than us. That's how they come to African countries with that mindset. And you see them in countries like Kenya. I saw in one country, the entire village was carrying a white man up like a king, gallivanting the whole village. And you want to check where that white man might be so uneducated. The white man not going to even get anything to offer to them. Just because they see white man, they carry him up, they hail him, they mumu themselves, they disgrace us Africans, they embarrass us. When I saw that, I was really, really pissed. To me, I was sad to see that we still have people in Africa who look down upon themselves to the point of putting these people up. And I don't have anything against white people, man. I love white people. There are so many things that white people are better than us in. You get it? I really love. That's why a lot of us are still going to their countries. Because they have so many things better than us. Their system, their standards, everything. A lot. You understand? They have a better structure than us. But they are not better human beings than us. So we cannot continue to feel like we are inferior. And it's affecting many of us. Many Ghanaians, many Cameroonians, many Africans, once they enter a Yoruba country, the only thing they know is to answer yes, sir. Whatever the white man says, they say yes, sir. They will never rise to their true potential because they always see the white people in their environment, even the Asians. Talk about Cameroonians or Ghanaians or Africans who are here in Dubai. They just in Dubai here or these Arab countries. These Asians go just, they do anyhow with them. These Asians go just, they sit on them. And they'll just be humble. They'll accept it. They'll take care of any nonsense they can take from there. Even Arabs, they sit on us. I'm telling you the truth. Even Arabs from Egypt, Morocco, as an African, a black person just see them, suddenly they humble. That is a real problem that we are still facing on this continent. And that problem must be addressed. We cannot pretend. So you see, that's why you see when they come to Cameroon, Ghana, and South Africa, you see a lot of difference can be seen. You clearly see that the superiority complex of them is showing, while the inferiority complex among the blacks and the Africans is very visible. You get it? Even the way we behave around there, even the way that our people go there. To me, I just they laugh. To me, I look at those things and I think it's a disgraceful thing for me. For me, when I see those things, I feel ashamed. Yes, I feel ashamed. But in Nigeria, the story is absolutely the other way around. Once white men enter Nigeria, they humble. They are so humble in Nigeria. They humble themselves to the point where they have to even change their identity to start becoming like Nigerians. That's the kind of humility they get. You get it? This is a typical example of a difference. In Nigeria, a white man will rather be trying to speak Nigerian language. Will be trying to speak pidgin. Will be trying to change the way, white people rap. If you come from America, if you come from Europe. In Nigeria, now then they try to switch their language. They go try to speak pidgin, try to speak Nigerian language. They try to integrate because Nigeria no send them. Nigeria no care. I shared an experience with you guys, right? I was in a hotel in Lagos. And a white man came into that hotel in Lagos. I wish I could record that thing. You people will see the typical example of what I'm saying. See, the receptionist in that hotel where I was in Lagos, once she saw that white man, the white man was speaking their language. The hotel girl immediately switched to pidgin and started instructing the white man to speak pidgin. Started teaching the white man pidgin. Started telling the white man how to say it in pidgin. I want to go to the pool. I want to go to the side. I want to go to the bar. They guessed. I was like, so this thing is in Nigerians. This kind of mentality is in all Nigerians. I was like, wow. I was really impressed because it was happening right in front of me. But in other African countries, South Africa, Ghana, Cameroon, as they see white man, now them will start to change their own tongue. They will start to deform they will start to deform American accent. They will start to deform European accent. They will start to deform foreign accent. Just because they want to show that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, to be honest. And this goes a long way. That's why you see, when a Nigerian, an Igbo man or a Yoruba man, he will stay in Canada for 50 years, come back to Nigeria and still speak his language. A Nigerian in Canada, America, and Europe, their neighbors who are white, they will learn Nigeria culture from that Nigeria person. But other Africans, no, they will abandon their culture, abandon the way they dress, abandon their food. Now they're going to follow the white people. They're going to follow the white people form. And in 1 year, 6 months, their language, they will start to deform white man language. This is a reality we must address. You know, our originality shouldn't be tampered with. And you wonder why Nigeria is winning culturally. You wonder why their music is flying all over the world. Their food, Nigerian food, is flying all over the world now. White people love to eat Nigerian food. Their culture, their way of life is becoming a trend because they maintain it, they protect it, they keep it. So what are we learning from this as Africans? We must learn to preserve our culture. We shouldn't be intimidated. If white people come to your country, it should be them who should be struggling to learn your values, learn the way things are done in your country. You should be the one teaching them how things are done in your country. Not the other way around. They will not intimidate you in their country. Come to your country and intimidate you in your own country. How do you feel? How do you feel? So this is the Africa we want. When Americans and Europeans go to China, Chinese make sure that they behave like Chinese, they dress like Chinese, they integrate themselves into the Chinese way of life. That's why Asia has maintained their culture. India maintained their culture. When Indians travel abroad, they continue dressing as Indians. They continue with their Indian culture, behaving as Indians. But us, once we fly, as we enter plane, just land, we forget everything about ourselves. And we now become somebody else. That's why the whole world is looking down on Africa. Africa is the last continent in the world. Everybody is looking down on Africans. Everybody. Because we do not preserve any standards. We do not preserve our values. We don't stand for our beliefs. We are just easily manipulated. This is the reality, and that must change. We must preserve our own, stand for our own, be who we are, and be proud of who we are. That is it for me. You get it? And that's the biggest thing I learned from Nigeria, man. I love the way that they humble these white people. Low key, they sweet me. They sweet me well. So guys, it is what it is, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say in the video, and I hope you get my point. It's all about educating us. It's all about building us, making Africa stronger, making Africa better, making Africa greater. And I have nothing against white people. So if you're a white person and you're watching my videos and you love my content, you would understand with me that I just want my people to be respected. I just want my continent to be of the same standard as every other continent in the world, and let us all be equal on this table. It is what it is. Your boy Aji Magzi on this one again. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell, and come back anytime you're free, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.